Saying goes, the first sign of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. This is why I believe that the 1 hour meeting is one of the biggest flaws in your sales process. Almost every accountant blocks charges in 1 hour groups, half hour groups, and you have these meetings with new clients that book calls with you, and you expect to sign them up into high value packages in just 1 hour. And that's crazy. No person in their right mind is going to commit to a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 or even $40,000 deal with you in a 1 hour meeting. So when you get a lead, you need to be able to talk to them for a lot longer, and you need to engage with them a lot longer. You know, it's very well known in sales and marketing industry that you need to have a lot of touch points with a client before they actually sign with you, and if you really want to upgrade them into bigger packages, they need to have a relationship and trust with you. You can't do that in 1 hour. And what happens is, and one of the biggest problems with accountants is, because you get most of your leads from referrals, someone comes to you, the first time they've ever spoken to you or seen anything about you is when they meet you. And then you get frustrated because you spend an hour of your time with someone that just wants compliance. So why limit yourself to an hour meeting expecting to win a $20,000, $30,000 client? You need to draw that process out. If you could win 2 $20,000 a year clients every month, would it be worth 4 or 5 hours of your time? Most would say yes. So why don't you slow the process down before you meet with that new client or before that new lead? Send them some information that educates them about their industry and about tax and about how you work. Let them get to know you before they meet with you. Once you do that, at least then in that first meeting, you can spend an hour asking them about their business, asking about why they started that business, what made them do it. Why didn't they just stay as an employee? What were their goals? What were their aspirations? Is the business delivering what they wanted when they first started? And that whole first hour should focus on that. All right? They're never going to want to come in to you and say, I want monthly meetings with management reports and I want to be able to hire you as a CFO for my business for a startup. That's not going to happen in the first hour. So take the time to talk about them. Take the time to take an interest in them. Take an interest in why it is that they got started in that business in the first place. And then turn around and say, I'll catch up with you in 5 days and we'll deliver an action plan. Don't get them to commit to a proposal. No one likes proposals. Proposal says to me, here's a price. Pick a price that works for you. An action plan says, commit to an action. Here's an action plan that we're going to do. We're going to do quarterly meetings to look at your cash flow. We're going to look at your expenses. We're going to go through your transactions to see if there's any costs in there that we can get rid of. We're going to go and look at your sales. We're going to look at your cost of sales. We're going to turn around and look at your business on a quarterly basis to get this particular outcome. Does that make sense to you? Yes, it does. Great. Do you want to commit to that action? Yes, I do. Great. Now sign here. All right? Take the time to follow a process that actually works to sell $20,000 products. Okay, you cannot, and I can tell you now that you would never go out and spend $20,000 on something after spending an hour's research. Very few people would. So why are you expecting your clients to come in and sit down with you for 45 minutes or an hour and expect them to sign up to a high fee package? Take the time to slow down, drag it out over 1, 2, or even 3 meetings. Let them get to build trust with you. Let them get to see your value. Let them get to see the expertise that you have in your field to make them feel comfortable. But also, the whole purpose of these meetings is to get them to want you as an accountant, not to agree to a price. As soon as you can actually figure that out, you're going to realize that winning high-value clients is a lot easier.